Hello folks, I'm Dan. Little quick shop update. I was out here in the shop today, got a couple projects done this morning, so I'm uh, I'm working on the shop again. Anyway, the project for the day is right here. And this is my inside welding table. I've had it for set up like this for several years, but I've mounted my barrel vise on it. And there again, I've had my rifle barrel vise mounted here for quite a while. I build my own barrel vise jaws for it. They're a lead insert jaw I cast. I've got a little fixture set up so I cast my own inserts. The housings for them were made to fit in this barrel vise, and they're reinforced. It was a good TIG welding project for me when I first got the TIG welder and was trying to learn to use it. So they set in there quite nicely just like that. Clamp down, have a wrench for it so it clamps your rifle barrel in there. If I'm rebarreling something, pulling barrels out of actions, whatever the case may be. What's really amazing to me is I didn't get to this project while I still had the shop open. Now that I've closed the shop, why, now's when we start doing these upgrades. Anyway, I've got, let's see, about a dozen of these inserts, give or take. And they're set up different ways. There's about 4 sizes for straight barrels, and there's 3 or 4 or 5 sizes for taper barrels. And then there's some custom inserts. I've got Colt single action. I've got hex inserts, and just whatever I found was necessary for the shop while we cast inserts for them. Same way with action wrenches. I've got a complete set of action wrenches. I think I've got about 18 different heads for my interchangeable action wrenches. But anyway, I've had these vice jaws just sitting around for years and years. I move them around to wherever this table's been and everything. Put a little riser on this barrel vise, and it works really well. I'm really happy with it, but I've never had storage for the jaws themselves. And my intent was to put a little closet basically on the end of this table of it eventually, and I just never got around to it. So that's actually the project for today. And what I'm going to do, let's see if we can't get this down. I've already cut some angle iron for this, and it's just 3 by 3 by 1/4 inch angle. I'm going to build about 3 shelves to go down on the bottom edge of this. And what I'm going to do quite simply is take my pieces of angle iron, and I've got some little 1/2 inch squares I'm going to put on the back. So I mount that at an angle on there, and that will hold those in place. So to help align them or hold the ends on, I'm just going to take some angle iron and weld it onto the ends, weld my pieces of square stock on the back, and round all the edges off so it's a nice smooth transition, and those will give me my little shelves. I'm just going to do 3 little shelves right there, and once I get that part of it done, I'll grind off and we'll weld them. just sprayed a little bit of paint on the bottom sides of these. And we're going to line these up where we think they should go. And we're more interested with them being straight coming off of the front edge, so we'll just line them up there. Should be down 1.5 inches from the top of that. There. I'll say that looks pretty good right there. So I think we'll go ahead and tack it in place. We'll have to let that cool and paint them up. Nice. Really nice. I like that. Alright, here's our 3 little shelves all welded in place. Still a little bit hot. I'm going to let it cool for just a little bit and wipe it down, and we'll cover up the stuff around it and hit it with a little bit of red spray paint to match, and then we can call this project done. Okay, well, here's our little rack all painted up, ready to go. Got a couple of little things I'm going to add on later. I'm not going to do it in this video. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to gather up. I've got tooling to cast my inserts for this, and then the barrel vise itself, part of the time I'll pull it off of that bench, so I freed up that bench. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little bracket here to mount the barrel vise itself, and then some sort of a little storage container to hold the tooling to pour these blocks. And then I've got some lead sheet that I'll use both in my action wrenches and sometimes in my blocks if they don't quite fit. Well, I'll just cut a little piece of lead sheet and fit in there. So I want to keep it all together since we've got it this far. But anyway, they'll all set in here. There's the actual holders. I've only got 10 of them made up. And then we've got a few that don't have liners out of them, and they're easily changed. So those fit in there. And then I've got my bottle of rosin to keep the barrel from slipping. and everything fits. I'm really, really happy with that. Project that's been waiting for years, and another little shop upgrade. So this is just one more of those things that shows you can do whatever you want. None of this stuff is that critical, is that hard. All you got to do is figure out what you want to do and start building stuff. So anyway, if you found this a little bit helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, and if you hit the bell notification, you'll know when I put out a new video. So thanks for taking the time to watch.